Okay, so we created sketches and then we extruded those sketches, those circles through the model. Now we are going to add rounds. We're going to soften the shape. So here you see the round tool. So I'm going to select that and I'm going to choose the edge. Okay, so you can choose any edge. I'm going to start with this edge in here and I'm going to select that and I'm going to make that, let's see what 10 looks like. So 10, yeah, okay, I'm going to set that at 10. I'm going to then, if I continue, I can click on every single one and it will do 10. So I rotate 10. I'm going to just go round the model this way first. 10. Find that edge. So I'm using the mouse wheel to click in and rotate. Okay, so I've created all of the rounds on that side and I made them 10 millimeters. Tick OK. Okay, so that was my first. Now you can see in the model tree that it has appeared, the rounds, and I can adjust those at any point. I can right click, go up to the middle icon and edit. Okay, and I can edit each one and can make those 5 and I can adjust each one as we go. Okay, so we can easily edit our model. I'm going to put that back to 10 and tick OK. So the next thing I'm going to do is round again, but this time I'm going to hover over the edge and it will choose 10 because it was the last number that I used in the round tool. So now because you can't see it, it means 10 is too much. So I'm going to reduce that. I'm going to put 7 in. Okay. And in fact, I'm going to put 7.5 in. And then I'm going to rotate it around and choose the same, click on the same. It has added 7.5 in, and now I've got that. So I'm going to, if you see orange, it means you still have not finished and you can still edit the model. We always need to apply what we've done by ticking the green tick. And when it goes grey, that means it is completed. This would be a good opportunity now to go File and Save your model. And that should be saving to your selected directory, which is where we set up earlier. Okay, now I'm going to continue with this round tool and see what else we can do with it. I'm going to round the insides of these circles. Now remembering it was set at 7.5, so we're going to have to change that because it won't be able to do 7.5. So I'm going to change that to 2 millimeters and see, there we go, we've added a 2. I'll add a 2 there, 2. There we go, so we're adding a rounded edge on all of the, you have to be careful what surface, you have to click the edge and you'll see the line highlight. So here, if I show you, that is a surface, the inner surface, that is the edge. You can see you have to be careful which one you're selecting. Edge, zooming out, zooming in, clicking on the edge, being careful to make sure I'm clicking on the edge. Okay, have we got any more? We've got the top one to do, and I think we've got the bottom 2 here. So we've got that and that. I believe we have now completed it. Put that in the middle, rotate it round, and we have holes inside or going through the L shape all the way through. So if I'm happy with that, I'm going to press the green tick and that will apply. Okay, now at this point I would be taking some print screens of what we have done, and you can also print screen at any point, moments in time when you were modeling. So you could, let's say here, right click, edit definition, and you could print screen that, and then we can go into our portfolio. Duplicate, and we'll get rid of this, and then I can paste in the picture, double click, and I can crop down that so I can show how I built this in stages. So again, I can reduce that, and I will put in a text box to explain. Now if I go back to the model and I just tick OK again, it will regenerate, and I have this model. I can print screen this, and I can right click and edit definition at any point to show where or how I adjusted the model. I'm going to tick OK. So these are excellent opportunities. If I can right click, edit definition, and this is showing when we added the rounds. If I tick OK, you must always tick OK. I can even go back to the very first sketch and say this is what I started with, this sketch, and I can take a print screen of that. Again, if you tick OK, it regenerates. Okay, so this allows us to show the iterative development of the model, and is really good for your portfolios to show the building in stages of everything you do. So be sure to use the model tree, right click, and it's the middle icon. Okay, edit the definition, and that allows you to get to any point in the model, and there you can do a print screen and put that into your ePortfolio. Again, remember to tick OK, and the model will regenerate. Okay, so that was the extension task. Hopefully you should end up with a model like this that you can put in your ePortfolio and show the development that you have made. This has shown that you can use new tools, and then we'll go on to another shape, and I will show you other tools in the Creo Parametric 3.0 software.